So I thought I'd do a little tutorial for you today to show you how to use my pattern site, dinpattern.com. And I have a bit of an addiction when it comes to patterns and designing patterns. So over the past 10-12 years, I've been creating seamless tileable patterns just for fun, and I have a website that I've had for a number of years that is kind of a home to all these patterns that you can download and use for free in artwork and video and any type of website or screen usage. If you want to use these patterns for print, please get in touch ahead of time using the contact form on the site, and I do charge a little fee for print usage. And you would probably need different files anyways. The files all here are made for screen usage, so if you went to try to print them, they probably wouldn't print very well. So that being said, though, I'm going to show you how to use one of these to make a simple little wallpaper for your desktop and how to have some fun with it. So when you load up this page, this is the home page, you'll see all of the patterns up here on the left, and there's about 100 or so patterns here. So feel free to, we're just going to click the first one called Bonfire, the most current pattern today. And what the pop-up shows you is a quick preview of how this pattern will look tiled. So the background is set to just display this pattern, and it tiles it so you can see what it would look like. Then you have the options to download this pattern or share it, which I would encourage you to please share it if you get some use out of it. And if you really get some use out of it, maybe use it for a commercial project, please feel free to donate. It's not mandatory, totally optional, but I appreciate it. So what you would do here is you would download the zip file of this pattern. So we would just click the download this pattern button, and you get the prompt to save or open it. So we're going to save this zip file to our desktop, and I'm using a Windows 7 machine. Mac and Windows both have native ways to open zip files, I think, nowadays. But if you need a zip archiving tool, please grab something like WinZip or WinRAR or I think 7-zip, and there's a few others that you can grab. So I'm just going to save it there, and there we go. So I've got the pattern saved, so let's go to the desktop, and I'm going to open this pattern up. So Bonfire is a name. I'm going to right click, and I'm just going to open with Windows Explorer. And then you have two files. You have a README file and the actual PNG file of the tile. So let's just go ahead and drag both these out to the desktop. And I'm going to close that up. The README file is essentially just a quick text document to say thank you. And if you find some use out of these patterns, please feel free to share the website, and that's about it. So that's all that's in the text document. So you'll see in the actual image document, it's just a square tileable pattern. Now, depending on what the design looks like, these patterns can be pretty big or pretty small. They can get down to really small shapes if we're looking at a more of a subtle pattern, but some of these more illustrated intricate patterns are usually going to be a bigger square, but it's set to tile. So that's how you would just quickly unzip and save the or save and unzip the pattern from dinpattern.com. Now let's go ahead and jump into Photoshop, and I'll show you how to quickly set this as a pattern fill and use this in artwork. So I'm using Photoshop CS6 here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new document, and it's just going to be screen resolution size. So I'm going to say 1920 by 1080, and resolution can be 72, and I'm going to click OK. And it's going to open up a new file, new canvas for us. All right. So let me just drag this out so we can see it. All right, now you want to open your pattern file. So File, Open. I'm going to go look at the desktop, and I'm going to grab bonfire.png. Now the files themselves will, the file type is dependent on how many colors are in the pattern as well, and how kind of clear they need to be. So patterns can come in GIF, PNG, or JPEG files, though very rarely JPEG files, but you can get all three. The majority of the files are in PNG and GIF format. So what I'm going to do is hit Control A on a PC, and that's going to select all, or you can go to the drop down Select All, and then you're going to go to Edit. Where did it go? Define Pattern. And then you get this prompt to name it. So I'm just going to name it Bonfire and give it the same pattern name and click OK. So let's minimize that. We don't need that anymore right now. So you can simply go to your new canvas, and if you want to create a new layer or just simply fill the background, I'm going to create a new layer and go to Edit, Fill. I'm going to select Pattern as a use. And in this drop down here, you can go all the way to the end, and you should have your pattern. Click OK. And there you go. It went ahead and just filled that entire layer with that pattern. So you can do this to any pattern that you find on dinpattern.com, and you can use this in any type of artwork that you want. I hope this was helpful in some way. Please feel free to share the website if you get some use out of it, and I try to keep new patterns up there daily, if not every day, every other day. So please check them out, bookmark it if you wish, and that's about it. All right, well, thank you, and I'll talk to you later.